Hey guys, just a quick warning before the video starts. For some reason, a lot of it's kind of out of focus. Hopefully not too bad, but it is noticeable, so just be prepared, okay? Hello and welcome to Sky and Thread. I'm Kelly and I wanted to try something new this year and see if I can do a monthly favorites video. I think I'm going to call it favorites and finds, or finds and favorites, something like that. You'll have seen it in the title already. So it's something I haven't done before, but I do kind of just want to get to know you guys better, let you get a chance to get to know me better. We love tarot, we know that, but maybe we can bond over some other things as well. I know I've seen other YouTubers do these kind of videos and I just really enjoy watching them. And yeah, hopefully it's fun. So I guess first thing I'm going to talk about is tarot, because I mean, if you're not interested in anything else, at least you came for this part, so let's get it out of the way up front, you know. Christmas, I got a stack of really cool tarot and Dungeons and Dragons decks from a friend, and I just literally probably made my entire year with the way that everything has been going. It really was so nice of them, and I had such a good time going through some of these decks. I haven't worked with them all yet, but I am eager to. But I did work with this first one already, and I've been loving it. And that is the traditional manga tarot. It's a low Scarabeo deck. It comes with a pretty... Oops, my hair is in my ring. Gross. It does come with a pretty traditional low Scarabeo guidebook in multiple languages. It is very simplified because they tried to pack like 4 languages in a very small tuck box little white pamphlet book. So, you know, if you don't really know your definitions, this is just going to give you the bare minimum. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's direct and to the point. Tells you how to do a spread. Tells you how to ask your question. Just bare bones. Get it and go. So it's not the best guidebook, not the worst guidebook. I really do like the backs of these cards. I'm going to edge mine in probably like a deep brown or something eventually. Really like the kind of ornamental filigree gothic style on the back. It does seem to fit like kind of the era of like anime I was into. It kind of gives me like all that was a Black Butler and, you know, Death Note, and like that kind of like a little bit slightly darker era anime kind of feeling, or manga. Obviously all these animes came from manga. So yeah, I had my period of being really into Japanese kind of like manga art. Although again, I was more into anime than manga, but the art style still carries over. And it has this really nice orangey teal palette. Reminds me a lot of the Tarot of the Divine. Slightly more subdued, but like that kind of color note, like that feeling. You know, it stays in that realm of color. So it's not as bright and vibrant as a lot of my decks that I like, but the artwork is just really, really beautiful. Until I've got reversals in here. If you like Japanese style, you know, manga or anime or whatever, if you like Japanese style artwork, you know, if you don't know what manga is a Japanese comic book. Basically like a graphic novel. And they have like again, this is like a traditional style if you're into older artists like Clamp or some stuff like that. But a lot of the newer artists have their own styles. You'll find a wide range of art, just like you would if you read American comic books. And yeah. So, but if you like that kind of, I don't know, Japanese cartoon, you know, Japanese animation, it has a very specific feeling to it, and this is just really nice. I've worked with it. It does have really clear readings. It follows our WS style, so you don't have any, there's no wild cards in here. It really does follow, you know, what you'd expect, but in a really beautiful way. Like the Six of Cups is really cute, you know, the chibi style. You know, I'm gonna do a full walkthrough of this soon, so actually I need to put it back in order. I wasn't thinking about that. So, but yeah. So we'll do a full walkthrough of this walkthrough. I've been watching too many British YouTubers lately. So yeah, I'm gonna do a walkthrough of this and hopefully show you guys everything about it. But yeah, it's really nice. It's really easy to work with. It's one of the thinner like low Scarabeo decks that I have. It's actually like a super flexible thinner cardstock that I'm used to from them. So usually the ones I have are really thick. I think I have this Santa Muerte tarot from them, and those cardstocks are extremely thick. So I was surprised this one is on the thinner side. But it's nice. It shuffles really easily, and if I can close this, shuffles very easily and is just really good to work with. Really nice. If you like this style of artwork, if you're into Japanese stuff, highly recommend. And really grateful my friend sent me this because it's kind of been on my list to check out for a long time, but just kind of lower because it's mass market, and I don't have FOMO. You know, a lot of times I get the indie decks because I'm like, oh, I don't know when I'll be able to get it again. So the mass market decks kind of stay on my wish list a lot longer. But I am glad to have it. I did want it, so thank you. And then the other purely tarot deck that I have that was sent to me was a Synesthesia tarot. I'm going to put a description of what synesthesia is on the, on the screen right now. But as far as I know, to my knowledge, it's basically when your brain creates colors in association with words and sounds. I don't know if it's just a neurodivergent thing or if it's its own thing. I don't want to pigeonhole it in any way, or, I am no expert in these things by any means. So I did have one card that came with a little bit of imperfection here, but that's not a big deal. I'm probably gonna use these cards a bit and they're gonna get their own dents and dings, and it's just how you love your cards. So yeah, it's a beautiful rose petal finish on this one. They're nice and kind of substantial feeling. Came with all black edging and this beautiful silver foiling. Usually I'm not a person who uses minimal decks. I find I like to have more to draw from these cards. But once you get past the majors, which are all black, they kind of have this like night sky, slightly, starry or dusty kind of feeling. Once you get past these all black majors, you see the colors. So the cups are this beautiful like tealy blue-green. See, I've kind of shuffled some of these up. Let me see if I can find some. There we go. They're this beautiful color. So I work well with colors. So I think this one, especially in the minors, having more color, what's the word? Like a color theme will work better for me than just if it was like all like the majors. So I'm really interested. It just seems like it follows a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith formula. I am a little nervous with the quartz because it doesn't have any people in them. It does say queen, so or king or page or what have you. So it's like you do know, but you don't get to see kind of the person. You get to see like a crown as representation. So sometimes that's the part of minimal decks that don't work well for me, is that I don't get the scenery. I don't get the person and their expression. I read in a very empathic kind of way. It's why I don't use actually a lot of like photography decks, because I will get totally drawn into the person's face. But I do like having a person in the scene because it does give me a focal point to draw the emotion or the vibe, from. So I don't know. I like having a person, maybe not a real person. Sometimes when there's like an artistic interpretation of a person or a suggestion of a person, it works better for me. But it is a fine line, and I do hope working with this deck, maybe that can work with this deck. As you see, the wands are red, working with the fire suit, which I like. I do like elemental associations, so that works too. The color and the elemental association will probably get me through whatever other hang-ups I have with this deck. The sword suit is The sword suit is purple, so that works with like the Crown Chakra Association. I don't know if I would have picked purple for an air suit if you're going elemental, but again, I don't know if, because it's synesthesia, I don't know what their basis was for the color. That is just the creator's actual viewpoint of what colors their mind associates when they hear the words like cups, air, swords. It doesn't come with a book. The most we get is that Synesthesia Tarot is a modern and unique deck that anyone can connect to, born out of the creator's love for both tarot and design. These gorgeous cards retain the meaning of traditional tarot cards while stripping down the original images to clean and simple drawings. I haven't been to the website to see if maybe that's what, what the artists drew from, when they were creating it, if it was their own synesthesia or they just used it because they knew it was an association between color and words. So, but it is a beautiful deck, absolutely gorgeous. Kind of reminds me a bit of the Weaver Tarot by the makers from the Threads of Fate Oracle, which is an Oracle I used to have. I actually rehomed it because the Oracle didn't work so well for me either. So I'm curious how this one will be. But that Oracle used an extremely monochromatic color palette all the way through, where this one does have a little bit more variety. So when I work with it, I will let you guys know. I will probably for sure be doing a full flip through of it on the channel in the next few weeks. I'm going to do the Manga Tarot flip through first, but I plan to do a flip through on all these. So came with a beautiful little faux crushed velvet bag. Excuse me. And then the third deck, we're going to kind of move from tarot decks now into, segue into my D&D portion, because that's basically what I do every weekend with my friends, is play D&D now. And I've been having an absolute great time, and I'm mad that I took so long to get into this. So I did a flip through of this one. This is the Adventurer's Tarot Empress Edition, I believe. Comes in a nice two-part box. Comes with a pretty good guidebook. I did finally go online though, and the online PDF, downloadable PDF, had so much more to draw from than this guidebook. And yeah, if you buy this deck, you absolutely need to get that PDF to have a better understanding. This gives you a quick little light and shadow interpretation of the cards and kind of how to use them if you're going to incorporate them into your Dungeons and Dragons game. But it's nice. It's a nice thick cardstock. They will hold up for quite a long time. I would love to edge mine in black. Getting to have some nice foil. Me and this friend, we do share a love for like foiling on cards and posters and all kinds of stuff. And it's on both sides. And the colors are just absolutely amazing in this deck. I do love it. And I really, really hope to play the character, the homebrew character that they created. Oh, what is it? It's one of these cards. What are you called? What are you called? The Wild Oracle. This is actually a playable class if you play D&D, and I am super eager to play it at some point and just play the whole game by drawing these cards. So I think the people that made this deck had a really, really cool idea, and I want to try it. But yeah, otherwise, it's gorgeous. I'm pretty sure it started from a Kickstarter, though. This is one that friend of mine found, I think, in a game shop. So they should be kind of around for people that are looking for them. They have just really, really cool, beautiful artwork. And yeah, they're a really fun idea. Again, I did a full walkthrough, so I'm not going to go through so much of the cards here. I will link that for you so you can find it very easily, both if you are interested in buying the deck or just looking at the pretty cards. Okay, so one more D&D deck, and it'll be the last of my card decks. And it is something I have not worked with in my game yet, because I'm honestly terrified. Because the Deck of Many Fates and the Deck of Many Things are actually two different decks you can use in your game. And they have cool bonuses, but very chaotic effects. And from anywhere from like helping you destroy your enemies to pulling you into the afterlife yourself. It's just, if you want to bring some chaos to your game, these cards will do it for you. Excuse me. These cards will do it. They're not hard to find all. I'm pretty sure they're available on Amazon if you don't find them at your local game store. Yeah, so you have your deck of many things. You know, they come with all the backs, I think, are the same. So if you wanted to blend the decks together, you absolutely could. I probably would not, because both decks kind of do different things. They have serve different, slightly different functions. But if you just want chaos, if you just love chaos, then this is going to be for you. You know, each one, you know, pulls like an oracle card. It's, you know, like for Gem, you can gain 50,000 gold. But if you pull the Fool, you're going to lose 10,000 XP, which is experience points. And if losing that much would cause you to lose a level, instead just lose enough to remain your current level or draw again. Actually, that one's pretty kind. You know, you can gain a rare magic weapon in which you are proficient. You know, or the Rogue. A non-player character of the Dungeon Master's choice becomes hostile to you. The identity of your new enemy is unknown until someone else reveals it. So all kinds of crazy things. You know, the Skull. This card summons an avatar of death. You must battle it alone or die. Yeah. So that's just the many things. And the fates are even, to me, more... or even scarier towards your character, because again, this is just random things. I think that one of fates is actually like the fate of your character. So I'll draw some of those for you. You can get an idea. The artwork's pretty simple but effective, and I think it's beautiful. I think it's well done. Ooh, if I can open it. I can't open it. Okay. And then we have an interdimensional portal appears, leading to any one place of your choosing. It remains open for an hour. So that's the aperture. The dragon. You encounter a hostile dragon out of nowhere. You know, a djinn grants you an audience. Summons that being to your location for 5 minutes and returns to where it came from. Oh no, it summons you an audience with one being. I'm sorry. One of your companions is kidnapped by a harpy and flown to a distant shore. I mean, just like, yeah, you know, you want to just throw in some crazy fun stuff. A doppelganger. This card comes to life. Excuse me. This card comes to life as an identical version of you, including skills, memory, and equipment, except with the opposite alignment. So, like, yeah, this is just craziness, but it would be fun, like, at some point in a campaign, but also, like, don't use it with a character you're super attached to. Because I don't know if you're gonna make it. You're gonna be at a high level, I guess, when you encounter these cards. But yeah. Again, if you play D&D, I think this is something that's going to be really, really fun to incorporate. You know, maybe I will ask my DM in a few more levels if they're up for drawing some cards. Maybe we can encounter a wild oracle. Okay, so that is new cards, tarot, D&D. I think one of the last D&D things I have is that over Christmas I got some new dice, like about 3 new sets from friends, and I outgrew my old small bag, so I bought a new dice bag, a bigger dice bag from Amazon. You can see she's got some dice, but she's got a bunch of pockets in there, and she's gonna be able to grow. You guys want to see a few of my dice, because I'm being a dice goblin at this point. Some of my nicer, sharp pointed dice where I keep them as separate so they don't mess up with the other ones. I got some metal dice in there. Different kinds. I kind of don't keep them all together. Yeah, so fun stuff. And I think I got one of just like rando dice, but I don't know what they don't have like a full set. They just have some extra 8-sided die. That's alright, they can go in the bottom. But yeah, so I'm becoming a dice goblin. I can't help it. People also are encouraging it by sending me dice for Christmas, which, thank you, I love you, appreciate you. And I appreciate the encouragement. Oh, I went in the wrong side. Nope. There we go. I appreciate the encouragement to have more shiny math rocks. But yeah, so this one's cool. He's like a faux dragon, because I mean it's Dungeons and Dragons. Why not have like the pelt of a dragon that you've turned into a dice bag? It's wonderful. Oh, I'm not done with D&D things. Yeah. Because for Christmas, I ordered some D&D scented candles. This one is Dungeon Delve from Firelight Fables, right? Yeah, it's all top there. Firelight Fables. It's really, really nice. It smells kind of florally and also like earthy, minerally. It's kind of got a little bit of a metallic sharpness to it. I think they use like citrus to get that kind of feeling, but it does kind of have that, like, I don't know. Makes you feel like you're in a cave. For sure. I haven't used it yet, but I bought it because just recently we did our first little dungeon crawl and it was fun and I want to have that memory. I love burning candles anyway, so, but it's nice to have some that are, you know, specific to, you know, putting you in that feeling when you're in the game. I know there's a few companies out there. Cantrip Candles is another really good one. Another really good one if you want to get like tabletop RPG focused candles for your games. I just think they're nice if you like candles already. So that's kind of my candle vibe. So yeah, we've done tarot, D&D slash candles. So it's all like cross segueing here. What else did I have? I guess we can do crystals. Do you want to talk about crystals? I've got two kind of crystals that I got this month that I've been working with. This one is a lepidolite sphere. Let's see if I can bring it up to you guys. I loved it because it had kind of a light and a dark portion to it. Kind of feels like patchwork a little bit. And I love lepidolite. I love working with it. You know, keeping it for anti-anxiety. I find it's very calming, especially being a purple. It has associations with the crown, or not the crown, the third eye chakra. And, well, maybe the crown too. Sometimes I know people use purple, sometimes people use clear, but kind of the mind. Like, I associate it with having like calmness of mind. And it's a nice size. It's a nice, it fits in my hand pretty well. Yeah, and it's got lots of nice shiny to it. I just thought it was really interesting. I've never seen one that kind of goes back and forth with colors like this one does. And then, speaking of also back and forth colors, I got this rainbow fluorite, kind of like crackle. It's got like some matrix or some agate or something in there. So it's a really cool little tower that I got shopping with my mom because she's a crystal addict. Even more so than me, I created a monster when I started this collection a few years ago. I've been wanting to film a crystal collection video for quite a while, but my collection is actually, well, I don't want to say, there's people with bigger collections out there for sure, but like trying to film it every time I get overwhelmed. I get super overwhelmed and I don't end up doing it. So I don't know. Maybe one day, but I think it'll be better off in like little clips and sections to show you guys just as I get crystals or just whatever I'm working with that month. But yeah, this little fluorite I thought was super cute. I hadn't seen a tower like with this many different colors and stuff in it. Yeah, let's see if we can get you guys to see all the cool bits to it. I hope it's not, you know, too reflective in the camera. I hope that you guys can see that. If not, I will go and insert some footage here of these guys. But yeah, to me, I work with fluorite for healing, like actual physical healing. A lot of times when I have aches and pains, I use it. I have a large, like, freeform green fluorite that I use for my back. When my back is sore, I literally will just set it up behind me, you know, wherever my pain is, and I will lay on it for a while. It's like a nice, cold, heavy stone, so that already is nice on my back. And then you know, if you believe in crystal properties, like I do the metaphysical properties, I find that fluorite, especially green fluorite more than rainbow fluorite, helps with pulling out pain or sickness and things like that. They are not a replacement for a doctor, so do not use crystals in place of a doctor. They are to use in tandem with your medical professional, not in place of. Yeah, but I just thought it was really cool. My other fluorites are more clear, more solid colors, and this one just had a bunch of stuff going on, and I just find that I just want to stare at it and like look at every little bit going on in there. So it's really cool. But these two got my eye this month. I'm trying not to buy crystals every month because it's getting excessive, but also they're pretty and shiny. What do you want from me? Again, I told you I'm a goblin, so I'm a goblin who likes shiny things, like just collecting things. So what else have I done this month? My other favorite things, I've watched some Netflix this month. I caught up with Cobra Kai. If you're an 80s kid, you know, Karate Kid. I have been just having a good time with Cobra Kai. I think they're really fun. It's just, if you just want something that's fun and campy and kind of stupid but funny and also has a lot of heart to it, like Cobra Kai, like just watch it. Like if you're an 80s kid, you need to watch it. I've also caught up with The Witcher, and this year I'm finally, I'm listening to The Witcher audiobooks. I'm about 4 of the books in so far from beginning of the year. So I'm hoping to finish the series by next month because I think there's like 8 books. Maybe there's more. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think I'll probably have it all done by next month since I'm already about to finish the 4th book now. I have a lot of time at work just to kind of listen to audiobooks while I'm doing my stuff, so I've been enjoying that a lot. And yeah, I don't know. I've been pleasantly surprised by The Witcher. I know there's a lot of like, I guess if you got into The Witcher from the books or from the video game, they've been disappointed with the series, but because I watched my friend play the video game for like an hour one time, and that was all the experience I had with The Witcher before watching the show. So I enjoyed the show, and it's been really nice going into the books and just seeing like elaboration on these characters, elaboration on these instances and monsters they deal with in the show, and I've been enjoying it. I've had a great time. I've really loved it. I mean, the show and the books are not perfect. There's misogyny. There's characters that don't pass the Bechdel test. You know, there's a lot, but also it's just fun. If you like fantasy, you know, no one's gonna write the perfect book but you. So you might, you know, if you want the perfect book, then you need to get out there and do it. But yeah, otherwise, you know, flaws, warts and all, it's actually really fun, and I've been loving it. So yeah, I've been just like voraciously listening to these audiobooks. And yeah, I think I want to go back and re-listen to all the Vampire Chronicles from Anne Rice after this, because I know she just passed away, so those books have been heavy on my mind. They were very formative for me in my younger years, so they're kind of going to be next in line up for a reread or a re-listen to after I finish the Witcher series. So yeah, if you've read the Witcher books or you're thinking about doing it, let me know, because I think you'll enjoy it. Or, you know, if you have insight from the books to the show and you want to explain why some people are upset with it, maybe that me being, you know, coming up from the other direction, don't understand, I'd love to hear politely, you know, your takes on that. So if there's any Witcher fans, like, let me know in the comments. And I'm trying to think for podcasts or YouTube channels. Honestly, for YouTube, I have mostly, like especially the last couple weeks, I've just been watching like Minecraft videos. because I find them really relaxing, especially when I'm trying to wind down and go to bed. So also play Minecraft. I really like am the type of person when I play Minecraft, I just like adventure and look at the world and be like, I want to build here, and then I never do. But I just wander all over the world looking at the creation because I just find like the AI that creates those worlds really interesting and how that kind of stuff works. And I'm just like, this is a beautiful place, and I'll just have my character just sit there and like look at the terrain creation more than building, because I go to mine and then I just get bored. So I don't know, maybe it's just me. If you play Minecraft, what do you do to keep from getting bored when you're having to mine for diamonds and get armor and stuff? Because that's like literally the part that holds me up the most, right? I get started and I'm really gung-ho, and then I have to mine for like a day and I'm like, all right, I'm done. And I never get past it. Yeah, I think the last thing on my list that I really enjoyed this month is K-pop. So we've talked about books and TV and games. So we're gonna talk about music. I mean, I like all kinds of music. I listen to, pop radio. I listen to metal, like especially like metal hardcore and like pop punk and those kind of circles, I guess, scenes. I like that kind of stuff. But K-pop is like my active fandom, just because the fans are really fun and interactive, and there's like a lot of it on Twitter. It's a lot of drama too, but I think these days, if you're on Twitter and any music fandom, you're gonna deal with a bunch of stupid drama. So I just try to stay out of that. People that came over from my other channel, that is a K-pop based channel, know I love K-pop. And I think my big thing for this month was Monsta X, The Dreaming. It took forever for the albums to get here because of all the manufacturing and delays in the delivery pipeline going on in the world, I ordered them. They were supposed to be out, I think, in December. I didn't get them till like middle of January. This album, though, is amazing. If you like pop music and you like dance music, you need to listen to The Dreaming album. It's full in English. I know I probably said K-pop and you got scared. But this is a fully English album, and I got my photo cards and my stickers and my stuff and my posters, and they're all really handsome on top of it. Maybe I'll just show you a little tidbit that comes with it, where the guys are looking nice. I've been a fan of this group for the last 6 or 7 years ish. So I'm highly excited about them, and whenever they do American or English stuff. They just canceled the American tour, which is kind of sad, but they gave us this absolutely beautiful album, and the music is to die for. My favorite are the sexier songs called Tied to Your Body and Blow Your Mind, but they have a ballad, which is the title track called The Dreaming, and another one called One Day. So if you like kind of more mellow, low-key stuff, highly recommend those songs. But as you can tell by this photo book, there's some spicy songs on it. Monsta X are kind of known for having a more adult concept. But don't worry, I think there's one F-bomb on this album. Otherwise, it's pretty child friendly. But yeah, I think there's one F-bomb on this. This guy's my favorite. This is Shonu. He's babe, but they're all great. They're all really funny guys. They do TV shows and all kinds of stuff. If you're not into K-pop, K-pop is one of those things, like, there's constant interaction from your groups. So like they do TV shows, they hop online, and they have apps where they will chat with you, not to mention constant, I don't know, just it's constant. It's a constant barrage of interaction from these groups. And you won't regret it. Except for your wallet. Your wallet will regret it because there's constantly things to buy too. But they are really, really fun, and I absolutely love Monsta X. And yeah, this was my last big thing for this month that was going on. I don't think I have anything else. So yeah, stan Monsta X. They make absolutely great music if you like to dance. if you like pop, if you like a little bit of R&B and funk mixed in there. You know, they've got influences from Bruno Mars to Michael Jackson to the Backstreet Boys. Not to mention Korean artists like Rain and Chinois and DBSK. So like, yeah, if you like pop, you like K-pop, you like handsome, you like handsome guys, Monsta X are my boys. And I know the name is a lot for most people to take in. They didn't name themselves. It was from a TV show, and the TV show, well, we'll just say Monsta X weren't crazy about the name at first either. It grows on you. It will grow on you. I promise. But yeah, so that is my month finds, my January finds favorites. Whoops. And let me see. Things I really loved and things I'm super grateful for my friends sending them to me. Thank you so much, guys. Tell me what you loved in January. What books have you been reading? What games have you been playing? What crystals are you working with? And what tarot decks are you looking forward to? There's so much. There's a D&D tarot deck that's supposed to be coming out, I think, in May. You know I'm going to be on that. So, yeah. I hope you guys are having a great day. I don't know. Trying something new. Hopefully this goes over well. If you got some criticism or feedback for me too, I'm always open to that. So I hope you guys are having a great day, a great night, wherever you are, and I'll see you soon, okay? Bye.